So, fucking Tulsi Gabbard, who is never been a fucking progressive, okay? She just posed as one. She just did this whole, like, oh yeah, I'm the anti-imperialist candidate. I'm the one who's against the wars. Oh. But really, it's just, like, all her rhetoric was about, like, wasteful spending, and, like, she's a nationalist. Politically, she's just a nationalist. She literally, like, got her start in her, like, claim to fame, her 15 minutes of fame originally, by fucking going on Tucker Carlson and complaining that Obama didn't use the phrase radical Islamic terrorism. Like, she's explained, like, she's a war hawk when it comes to terror. She literally, like, she loves the war on terror. She's one of these types of Democrats. But, and it gets weirder with her, too. I saw, like, this whole thread about, like, she's in a cult. She's in, like, a Hindutva cult, and she has, like, ties to, if you don't know what Hindutva is, it's, like, the Hindu version of fascism. She has ties to Narendra Modi, who's the leader of India right now, who's literally, like, conducting this terrible military operation on Kashmir, and is a Hindutva type himself. These types of Democrats, neocons. Yeah, exactly. But here she is tweeting out, and it's deleted now. She's since retracted this shit. But here she is tweeting out praise of fucking Project Veritas, which is literally like a misinformation. Like, they're the ones who made that video about, like, oh, we sent a guy undercover to join Antifa. You can't join Antifa. There's no, like, it's literally not an organization. It's a bunch of anarchists. But let me pull up my stream. Here we go. Yeah, okay. But here she is tweeting out that Project Veritas offered further evidence for the need to ban ballot harvesting. Oh, it's not a partisan issue, blah, blah, blah. And here's that video. Let's just take a look at that video.
Muhammad, a.k.a. King Liban 1.
Start from the beginning, please. Goddamn. Project Veritas. Be brave. Do something.
James O'Keefe here in downtown Minneapolis at the scene of the crime. The person you're about to meet, Liban Muhammad, a.k.a. King Liban 1, boasts about the hundreds of absentee ballots in his car. This video is one of the first of its kind. A man self-incriminating himself, bragging about all the illegal ballot harvesting that he does.
Money is everything. Money is the key in this world. If you ain't got money, you should not be here, period. You know what I'm saying?
The capitalist mentality.
Lacag is everything. Campaign lacag baa wata. $200 iyo $100 oo waxa la ayida iyo awowga iyo aad ka soo qaadeen. You cannot campaign that. You gotta have an investment to campaign. You gotta have a fundraisers. You gotta have waxa la yiraahdo. You gotta have the whole team. Numbers don't lie. Wajidaan gaarigaygu waa buuxaa. Waxaas waa absent ballot.
This sounds like a different guy.
Salka yaala soo ma jeedin. Fiiri, waxaas oo dhan soo ma jeedin.
Doesn't that sound like a different fucking guy?
Waa buuxaa gaarigaygu. Waa buuxaa yaala. Waxaas kullu waa Jamal Usman way. Fiiri.
They're for Jamal Osman.
300 kaliya maanta soo dhacday oo Jamal Usman. Yeah. Ciidamada hogaaminaysa Aamino maxaad leedahay? waa lagu kala baxay Soomaa meesha aad weyn waa generaalada ciidamada hogaaminaysa weeye.
What are they even talking about?
Yeah. ilaahay haata shaqadu waa socotaa adeer saak 6 baan bilownay ilaahay haatan waa wadnaa waan oo jeedaa.
Is that actually how Somali is spoken? I don't. It seems like unreal to me, but maybe I'm just white.
2 in the morning, still hustling. 2 in the morning, still hustling.
I think it was both Ilhan Omar.
Wait a second. They're saying that Ilhan Omar was the guy who did this, and these are for Jamal Osman, and this guy's name is supposed to be Omar Jamal. What?
and Jamal, but I think he was more with Ilhan Omar. My name is Omar, O-M-A-R, Jamal, J-A-M-A-L. I'm right now part of the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office, but also I'm the chair of the Somali Watchdog Group.
What the fuck is
and
happening?
I've been
This has to be an actor.
involved in the community for the last 20 years.
Omar Jamal is the latest brave Project Veritas insider to come forward and expose a voter fraud scheme in Minnesota that will
Ooh.
shock you.
Well, I want to be part of this investigation because of ongoing election fraud that we feel that we should bring to the attention of everyone. Therefore, chances are we can do something about it.
When we spoke with Omar Jamal, he actually repeated our PV insider motto, "Be brave."
I'm not surprised.
Do something about it.
Omar Jamal secretly recorded conversations with the players involved in the voter fraud scheme.
Not to suggest that this is what's happening here, but these sorts of grifters would also be the first to start using deepfakes. Yeah, true. But not when they can just hire people. Like, we'll get to this later. Like, there's evidence that this is connected to a bribe, and this is just bullshit in the first place.
Expose the criminal behavior, he says, is victimizing his own community and the integrity of the election process.
marka odayaasha waa loo codsadaa waana laga qaadaa
Liban didn't get it in a unique way. He just get them the way that everybody before him, or even maybe even after him, will do, which is go to the elders, probably maybe pay them and collect, help, to their men. He's helping them. So
Yeah, old people need ballots delivered to them. That's normal, especially in the pandemic election. Like, what? And he literally just said, he did it the way everybody else does. Yeah, people do this legitimately. Like, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
So I think that's the process of collecting from the senior.
Ooh, spooky. They picked up ballots and are going to deliver them to old people. Oh, no, what a scandal.
From their buildings.
There was video. You can see the video. There was a video out and about that he has the ballots in his car. Right?
Why are they all named Jamal, dude?
Right. And talking about...
This has to be actors.
The only way you can win is with money.
She uses money, and he's one of many people. He's not the only one who works for her. He was talking to his opponents and other people, saying that, here we are. He was just boosting,
He said, I have 300, and he had them in his hand. Got it right here.
Like a cash. Like cash. So question, have you ever asked yourself, how did he get them?
Yeah, how did he get them?
You just don't go and, I was looking at them, and they were not filled. They were blank.
Right, some were open.
Yeah. In an envelope still.
Wow.
Who was the one filling up?
Dude, who cares? I can't... We shouldn't even finish this video, honestly. This is boring as fuck. Why does my cursor always disappear? Fuck me. Alright. So that was what she tweeted out. Oh yeah, what great evidence is this? Of course we love Jamal's. But it gets worse from here. Like, let's find my Twitter here. Cause I retweeted something a while ago that was like, hopefully there's nothing not safe for work on my Twitter feed right now. I tweeted something, or retweeted the thing about how it was a bribe that we should look at in this video. Oh, it was a while ago though. Somalia is a pretty corrupt place. Yeah, Somalia is like the right libertarian ideal society right now, as far as I know. There's like not a big central government, and there's like warlords who run everything, and like private gang government. There's all my suicidal tweets from my My fucked up love story. Where is it? Where's the thing about Project Veritas bribe? Oh, we're gonna talk about Dave Rubin later too, guys. Don't worry, it's gonna get even more funny. Did I go past it? Oh yeah, there's this. She went on PragerU. Tulsi went on fucking PragerU to talk about this. Okay, I'm gonna have to look it up. Project Veritas bribe. Subject of Project Veritas voter fraud story says he was offered bribe. This is Fox, by the way. Liban Osman, or Liban, tells Fox 9 investigators he was offered $10,000 by community activist Omar Jamal to say he was collecting ballots for Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. This guy was lying the whole time. He was paid $10,000 to do this by the Project Veritas guy. He was setting me up, he says. He was approached by Omar Jamal, who's an insider for Project Veritas. That guy worked for Project Veritas. I told you guys that. I told you he was acting. I told you that. Why are you defending it? I told him he was insane and walked away. They deny doing this. These are wild, crazy, baseless accusations. So yeah, it's a confusing load of bullshit is what happened here. But actually we'll keep Twitter open. Where's the We have to watch the Tulsi PragerU clip.
It is critical to remember that the strength of our democracy lies in the integrity of our elections. That every one of us has to have faith that our vote will count. But right now, there are still many states in our country that allow for something called
Madeline, I thought you complained about other streamers covering electoral politics. Yeah, I did, but that's just because I'm sick of Vosh being liberal-ish. Like, I just miss when Vosh would just talk about anarchism and communism, because it gave me a lot of political validation for my fringe beliefs. I'm fucking sick and tired of him just talking about fucking Trump. Did you just call me a liberal? Did you just call me a liberal, Bree? Are you trying to get muted? I can time you out right now. I have the stream power. I can do this.
Ballot harvesting. This is a system that allows for third parties to collect and deliver ballots for other people, potentially large numbers of people. Unfortunately, ballot harvesting has allowed for fraud and abuse to occur by those...
Wait a second, though. Let's think about this for a second, though. Is it really that big of a problem if people just get a bunch of ballots and deliver them to other voters to vote? Like, I don't think you're a lib, but that's kind of a lib response, being called a lib. What do you mean? Fine, yeah, I guess it is kind of liberal to threaten to mute somebody. This is the first time someone called me by my name. Well, I can call you by your name all night, Bree. Trans power. Okay, where was I going with that? Is it really a problem for people to deliver other voters' ballots? Doesn't that just mean more people will be voting? Like, how's that voter fraud? I don't understand. Like, what is Tulsi's... Why is she dying on this hill? Who gives a shit? Like...
who could tamper...
Somebody needs to explain to me what she's even malding over.
...with or discard
I don't
ballots
understand.
to try to sway an election for or against a certain candidate or party. Now, our vote is our voice. So whether in the midst of a pandemic, as we are now, where mail-in voting is likely to drastically increase, or even in a normal election, no one should get in between a voter and the ballot box. Now, while some states have prohibited...
Is this getting between a voter and the ballot to give people ballots? What?
vote harvesting or ballot harvesting, many have not, which again allows for abuse from third parties collecting and mishandling ballots. This is something that we've actually
What does that mean? Mishandling ballots.
Seen happen in recent elections.
In 2016, the state of California, one of the states with more registered voters than citizens, became the first state to legalize the practice of ballot solicitation.
More registered voters than citizens? Don't you have to be a citizen to be a what?
That is, the collection and delivery of ballots by third parties. With no trace of irony, this is called ballot harvesting.
Dude, who gives a shit? Do you guys actually care if people do? I don't care.
Works like this. In California, organizations with a clear political agenda are legally permitted to go to a location.
With a clear political... It's politics. You're already talking about politics. What do you mean?
Nursing home or a church.
There's no unbiased fucking entity in politics.
And collect, literally harvest, ballots. The third party then transports these ballots to a polling place or an election office.
Whoa.
This raises an obvious question. Once this third party collects the ballots, what's to stop them from changing them? Or from just throwing out the ones they don't like? A guilty conscience? How do we know ballot harvesters from Democratic organizations aren't destroying Republican ballots? Or Republican...
This seems super conspiratorial.
Harvesters aren't destroying Democratic ballots? We don't. We have no way of knowing.
Okay, so, like... check them.
Let's look at one specific example. On election night in 2018, California's Central Valley
You can view your vote status when it's... Yeah.
Republican Congressman David Valadao held a 5,000 vote lead over his challenger, Democrat T.J. Cox. The margin was wide enough that the networks even called the race for Valadao, the Republican incumbent. But wait, there were late ballots still to be delivered by the third-party vote harvesters. When those votes came in, they broke so overwhelmingly for Cox, in a historically conservative district no less, that Valadao's 5,000 vote victory became an 862 vote loss.
Voting is cringe in China we never heard of.
Maybe that was just a coincidence. Or maybe not. In the first major election after ballot harvesting was allowed in California, Democrats won every single congressional seat in Orange County, which had been a Republican stronghold for decades. A year earlier, no sober person would have thought that possible.
No sober person. All right. Whatever, dude. Anyways, yeah, Tulsi sucks. If Dems were smart, they would have nominated Tulsi. This is a PragerU fan saying this, by the way. That tells you a lot about Tulsi Gabbard. And that's my main point of this video, is basically the fact that Tulsi is a clown. And not a fucking progressive. My question is, how is Tulsi Gabbard a Democrat? That's also my question. For different reasons. Oh, look, more people can vote and Dems win. You must be drunk if you think that makes sense, I guess. Yeah. God. Yeah. Tulsi fucking Gabbard, dude. Let's move on to some more interesting shit.